Good evening, vinyl community. North Carolina vinyl picker here on a Sunday night. And I'm a vinyl addict. I search out daily looking for bargains. But I know I can't be helped. I just must go out there and find them deals. Look into flea markets, Habitat, record stores, Goodwill. I just can't help myself, and I need help. On with the show. North Carolina vinyl picker here, and it's Sunday night. Yeah, Sunday night, and I got a bunch of stuff to show you, so let's get going real quick. I bought a lot this week, found a lot this week, took a lot this week, grabbed a lot, knocked down some old ladies, grabbed stuff, pushed people over. I was just crazy. Found some CDs, the Beatles in mono, Baby It's You, I'll Follow the Sun, Devil in the Heart, and Boys. Found these for 50 cents. Couldn't really find too much information on this. Charlie Hayden and Michael Brecker, American Dreams. Found all these for 50 cents. This one here was Wyndham Hill, 25 Years of the Guitar. And it has Michael Hedges on here, Alex DeGrassi, Will Ackerman, all the usual suspects. Russ Freeman from the Rips. Coheed and Cambria. I'll be putting this one in the store later tonight. The Very Best of Rare Earth. That was a bargain there, 50 cents. Didn't have the long version of Get Ready, or I guess that's one I was thinking about anyway. Found these gems when I was going through some stuff. Look at here. Ooh, turn it around. Ooh. This is the poster I got when I went and seen Alan Holdsworth many, many moons ago. And I looked it up to see where I'd seen the show because I'd forgotten. And it was ticket outlets were the Capitol Records shop in Hartford. And so I think I seen the show over in New Haven or Hartford when I was stationed in the Navy up in Groton. That was a great show. I got to see Alan Holdsworth, one of my favorite guitar players, if not the best guitar player ever. Should I say that? No, there's going to be too many Jimi Hendrix fans out there. Okay, how about this guitar player? This is the card I got from when I saw El Di Meola in Orlando a few years back. That was pretty cool, huh? Yeah, I found those two gems the other day. So here we go. We're going to show these records. Let me grab a stack. It's been a crazy week. I've picked up a lot of stuff. And at the end of the show here, I'm going to go ahead and pull 5 concert tickets. I have all my concert tickets right here that I've ever gone to. Yes, I've saved them all. Kind of anal retentive that way. I'm going to pick 5 every day, or 5 every day, 5 every week on Sunday night. And then I can go ahead and I can pull one. Pull 5, and then I can, I say 5? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pull 5, and then I'll go ahead and tell you a little bit about each show if I remember it. Yeah, somebody's go back a few years. Okay, so Alphonse Mouzon. Why is his record so expensive? I don't know. I just can't. This one here is a mind blower. This album here is called Mind Transplant. You can find this one here. Pick it up. Good luck in finding a clean copy of that one. How about promotional copy only? Pat Metheny's forthcoming ECM record, New Chautauqua. This is an advanced single from the album on a 12-inch that I found. You know, I love my promos. Look at here. Oh, man, that's a good one right there. Okay, how about this one? This one here says, Alive, Mother, for you. It's got a little bit of crust there in the middle. A little bit of ring wear. This is Billy Cobham, Steve Kahn, Alfonso Johnson, and Tom Scott. Yep, it's fusion. Lots of fusion. That's what I like. That's what I play, except for this one. Look at here. Marillion, Incommunicado. Yep. From the Clutching at Straws album. Another 12-inch of Marillion. I think I'm only missing 3 left. I'll have them all. Yeah, found that one for $6. Can't beat that. And this one here, I got this week, I think it was this one, Yeah, promo copy of the first Yes album. Look at that. White label promo. Oh man, this sounds good. My favorite era of Yes. I love Peter Banks. His guitar work is stellar. And then when he left and went to form Flash, he took the keyboardist with him, Tony Kaye, and that's when Rick Wakeman and Steve Howe joined Yes. And here's Time in a Word. Seems how I already showed this one a few weeks back, but I wanted to put these two together because they belong together. They're like bookends, and now I got both promos, both white label promos. I also got a white label promo of Tales. That's a mind blower there. That was their epic album. Let me pull a few more here. This is an album, Genealogy, a Parisio. I was talking about this album earlier today. This is an Italian progressive rock band. These guys here are stellar. This album is still sealed. Should I do the Rob thing where I open it up and smell air that's 50 years old? Nah, you might get a disease or something from that. So I'm gonna leave this sucker sealed until I play it. Not gonna do it. I'm not gonna open it. Oh, what am I doing here? Michael Hedges. I had this on CD. This is a great album. You know, if you haven't heard Michael Hedges, you need to. He's awesome. This album is called Aerial Boundaries, and this album is just stellar. This is a new age album, jazz, light jazz, just a fantastic album. Paul Brett. This album's Interlife, and this has members on here from Nectar. It has Rod Coombs of the Strawbs on drums, and it has Mel Collins on here from King Crimson. Yep, it sure does. That's a great album. I used to have that album back in the day, and then I saw it the other day for $5. I picked it up. I said, man, I know I had this record before because it has members of the Strawbs on here. Yep. What else we got? We got a few more here. Al Di Meola, Celio di Terra. I bought this by mistake because I was looking for another Al Di Meola album. I was pulling them $5 records out of a record store down here in Morganton. And so now I have 2 copies of this, and I'll be putting this in the store. This is a great album. I have 2 or 3 Al Di Meola records in the store, and some Passport, some lots of fusion double records. I have Return to Forever, 11th House, Larry Coryell. I have a few of them records in there too. So check out my store if you like jazz fusion, the more of the fusion side rather than the mid-century. Check out my store. It's Big Chief Vinyl 57 on Discogs. Jan Hammer. Didn't want to leave this one behind. This one's $5 also. This is a double. I already had this one. It's a promo too. So one of these will be going in the store. This is probably one of the best fusion albums ever made. Jan Hammer, this from Mahavishnu. This was this album he did after he left Mahavishnu. So it sounds very similar. So don't rest, don't sleep on this one. This one here is a great album. That'll be going in the store. Tommy James and the Shondells. I picked this up at Goodwill for $2. I showed it the other day. It was like minty mint. I put it, yeah, JT, it was minty mint. I'm telling you right now. It was minty mint. Look at that sucker, man. That thing looked like it hadn't been played since 1974. Maybe earlier. The Shondells. It's a great album. I listened to it the other day. Not a pop or a skip or nothing. Cleaned it in Humming Guru. Gave it the twist. It just, man, it sounds great. My nephew says, you got to have high energy when you're showing records. Okay, got a few more here. Hang with me. It's going to be a long one. This one here came in the mail. Herbie Hancock. It's pretty funky. They said it was one of the first fusion records. Sounds more like funk to me. It doesn't have too much fusion. But it's Herbie, and it's pretty good. The Headhunters. I got that one. I don't want to put too many records on there. I might break my Guru. And put these down here. Put these right here. Oh boy. Gotta find some room. Hang on, finding some room there. Okay, found these the other day. This one here I found in the Habitat for 50 cents. And I looked it up on Discogs. It ain't worth much more than that. But if anybody out there want it, let me know. It's Dolly and and porter, and it's still sealed. It's an OG, but you know, it's probably worth about $5. This one's with it too, the Platters. This album was right there, and all the records there at the Habitat of Humanity are $1. So this one here was nice and clean, so I picked it up. Put all these records down here so they don't get broke. Lou Rawls, this was also there for $1. Oh, sweet Lou Rawls. Yep, this one album is called She's Gone. That one there is nice. And I had to get this one, you know. This album here, I've had so many of these, but I didn't want to leave this one behind. I saw this one there for $1. It was in one of the stores I was in this week, and I picked it up. I'll put that in that collection. I think I have 7 of these now. And these covers here, check these out. I found this at the Habitat. I didn't want to leave this, so I just stuck it in there by the record and I grabbed it and brought it home. But that's a nice cover. That Bob Boom said that sometimes the covers are worth more than the albums. Well, there you go. What else we got? Oh, look at this one. I found this the other day. I'm cleaning up, going through some stuff. Anybody out there remember Peaches Records? I do. I remember the one that was in Orlando, and it was down on 436, I think, down in Altamont Springs. And I went down there, and it's the first time I ever saw a Porcupine Tree Signify album with the girl all strung up in the air. Yeah, that was the one. I picked it up, and it looked interesting, so I picked it up, and it was great. And I was on with Porcupine Tree ever since, and that album's called Signify. You can find it. It's great. I got it on CD. I might be putting all my Porcupine Tree, Stephen Wilson CDs in my store eventually. I have them all on vinyl, just about. I got to find Signify on vinyl. How about this one here, Aircut? This has Eddie Jobson on it. Eddie Jobson actually went to UK, and Francis Monkman was in this band, Curved Air. First 3 albums are I think they made 5, maybe even a best of, but the first 3 albums are the ones to grab. So you go ahead and check those guys out. Curved Air, you got to have a little Curved Air in your collection. How about this one? I've been looking for this one, and I found this one at that same store down there in Morganton, and he had it in the used bin, the markdown discount. I think he had $3 on this. This needed to be cleaned. That's all. It's really nice. It's got one little scratch that goes all the way across, but you can't feel it with your finger, so it's probably going to play right through. And for $3, I needed this one. How about this one here, Scott Crusoe Islands? And of course, this is the Windham Hill stuff. And then on this album here, you're going to find Mark Egan, Danny Gottlieb, and of course, those guys are from Pat Metheny's fusion band, the Pat Metheny group. And they're on this album. A lot of them ECM guys, they played on each other's records. How about this one here, Keith Jarrett? Someone was telling me about this in the vinyl community, the Colin concert. Found this one for $5, double album. It's probably going to be pretty mellow, but I'm looking forward to giving it a spin. There you go. Okay, now, went to a record show the other day, and I found some stuff that I've been looking for. And I found an OG copy of Quartermass. I already had one before. It was the Jacksonville pressing, and but I put that in the store, and I'm gonna go ahead and keep this one. So that Jacksonville copy of Quartermass. Now Quartermass has Pete Robinson in it. It's one of the first fusion artists, prog artists. 1970, this album came out. So this is really way back there. Anybody out there that loves prog or fusion is gonna love this album, because this is right in that sweet spot between like 68 and 72, right in there, that I'm trying to encompass and find all the prog fusion records I can find in that area. And this one here falls right slap dab in the middle. 1970, great album. I just played it. Man, it sounds incredible. And so my other copy, I just put it in the store, so check it out. It's a very rare album. And you're not going to find too many of these out in the wild, that's for sure. Pete Robinson, who went on to play with Brand X and a lot of other fusion bands and other stuff he did. He also played with Sean Phillips. If anybody out there who knows who Sean Phillips is. How about this one here? These were all, I found, I got all these at the record show, starting with the Quartermass. This one here, Tony Williams Lifetime Band. Of course, this is with John McLaughlin and Larry Young. This one here didn't even come up on Discogs. It's a bootleg, but the guy told me it sounded really good, and it's on Hi-Hat Records. So I'm looking forward to giving this a spin as soon as I can get done here. Art Blakely and the Jazz Messengers, 180 gram. This is on the Hermitage vinyl. I really couldn't find too much information on Hermitage vinyl, except for some of them said they sound pretty good. So these were all like 20 bucks, and this one was 20. And I did good on all these because I looked in Discogs and they go for more than that. So I got that one, I got that one, and I got this one, Miles Ahead. That was on the Hermitage also, and that was 20 bucks. And someone said that Miles didn't like that cover, so he had his face put on there, and he told his, I guess he told his boss or the guy who owned the company that ran his label that if he didn't take her off of there, and he didn't say it in a nice way, that he was going to leave his label. So they ended up going ahead and changing it. So this is, of course, a reissue. But if you find the original copy of Miles with her on there, I'm sure it's probably worth a lot of money. God, love me some Miles Davis. John Coltrane, my favorite things. Looking forward to giving this a listen. And this is on the William Claxton collection, Jazz Images. And I read some good stuff on this here. Even the Hoffman forums, they were even saying this sounded pretty good. So there you go. And I picked this one up for $25, and it was sealed. And it goes for more than that on Discogs. How about this one here? This is the pick of the day. I thought the Quartermass was the pick of the day, but this album here tops it. I never seen this in the wild. Anybody out there ever seen this record before? It's the band Tempest, and it's one of the first record albums that Alan Holdsworth appears on, and also John Heisman is on here, Mark Clark, and Paul Williams. Not that Paul Williams, but this rocker Paul Williams. This album here is going to be great. I'm going to play this one. I'll probably wait until tomorrow night to play this one. But this is an album called Tempest, and he had 40 on this, and I think he let me have it for 30 bucks. And well worth it. Find another one, put it that way. I've never seen this album out in the wild. You probably can buy it on Discogs or one of those eBay or someplace. Here's a less expensive record. I think I paid $5 for this one. Chick Corea, Herbie Hancock, Keith Jarrett, and McCoy Tyner. Yep, this album's going to be good. Looking forward to giving this one a spin. I put in a bunch more of stuff in my store tonight. I put in a bunch of garage rock and, just a lot of different bands I don't listen to anymore. So if I got them and I don't listen to them, I might as well put them in the store and let somebody else play them. So I put some garage rock in there and some harder rock. And I've listened to more jazz these days and new age and fusion and some prog, quite a bit of prog actually. And so there you go. So I'll be putting more and more stuff in my store, and I've been doing great. I appreciate every one of you out there that have been buying things in my store. Last week, I think I went to the post office 4 or 5 times. So then I'm using that money and I flip it into PayPal. Then I buy stuff that I want and I bring it to the table and I show you guys and gals. 29 by Lenny White. Found this one there for, I think he had $3 on this one. Yeah, $3. So I like Lenny White, the drummer, and then I think Alphonse Mouzon is on here. Is he on this one too? No, not Alphonse. No, it's Lenny White on drums. But I'm going to give this one a listen. If it's too much of this is like, what, 79? So if it's got that 80s sound, it's probably going to go in the store. This one here was a great album. I went to a guy, one of the last guys I went to during the day when I was there at the record show. I asked him if he had any jazz, and he showed me some jazz records, and he had a metal box behind him, in front of him, but behind the totes of records. And he said, this is my records that I sell for quite a bit of money. I said, oh, really? He said, yeah, they're credit card records. I said, oh. If I go back and I see that guy again, I'm going to take a video of that box and show you all the incredible records. I mean, he had records in there that were $100, $200, $300. And he had one in there for $35, and he came down to $5 on it, and I got it for 30. And it's an OG of the Jazz Bums will know this one. And Rob the Wax, if he watches my shows, watch my shows, Rob. The Tokyo Blues, the Horace Silver Quintet, with Blue Mitchell on trumpet, Junior Cook on tenor sax, Horace Silver on piano, Gene Taylor on bass, and John Harris Jr. on the drums. So I'm looking forward to giving this one a spin. And, you know, gotta love them, those Blue Notes. 41-100, 41-10 Blue Note, the finest in jazz since 1939. Yeah. So there you go. Whew, that was a lot. That was a lot. So here we go. We're already at 20 minutes. So let's pick up 5 of these. Okay, so this one here at the King Center, the Yes Show. This was November 12th, 2015. And I went to the show with my nephew. This was down in Melbourne, I believe. Yep, the King Center in Melbourne. Me and my nephew went there. We had seats 34, row N. And yeah, it was a great show. I got to go with my nephew. And we had seen Yes a few years before. And he was looking for people on the stage. He says, I don't know that guy. Is this the same band that we saw? I said, no, it's all changed. But we went to the 35th anniversary show. And that's probably in here too. So this is where you go. This one here. Yes, at the King Center in Melbourne, Florida, 2015. Here we go. Get 2 more here. 2, 3 or 5 here, maybe 5. The Ruth Eckerd Hall. Yes and Toto. There you go. Here's another Yes show. I saw this one with my daughter, and this was in August 23rd of 2015, which was a few months before the other show. And this was at the Ruth Eckerd Hall, and this was Toto had opened up for it, and then Yes came out, and it was the first time that Chris Squire wasn't there, and it was pretty sad if I remember correctly. And they just had his bass out there in front, and he had passed, and so they went on without him, and that's what he said he wanted the band to do, was to continue on. But when Toto came out, all the girls were singing Rosanna, and all the girls are up and they're dancing Rosanna, Rosanna, and they did Africa and all them songs. But everybody was there to see Yes. But Toto was pretty good. I had to give him credit. Here we go. We're gonna pull another one here. Maybe I'll find something that's a little bit older. Here we go. Pink Floyd. Oh, man, this was a great show. This was the Pulse Tour. I saw this with my nephew, Peter. May the 6th, 1994. Yeah, we sat all the way in the nosebleed, all the way across the stadium. And Pink Floyd, Roger Waters, and them. Not Roger Waters, he wasn't there. David Gilmour, and they were about this tall. We were all the way across. We were up by the back speakers. And you could look into the parking lot behind us. That's how far back up we were. And when they did Money, all the change and stuff, you could hear it in those rear speakers. It was deafening. It was right behind us. And all the pot smoke and the weed was all funneling up right up past us. So there you go. You can't see Floyd without having a little burn. So great show. Pink Floyd. Only time I ever got to see him. Okay, let's do 2 more. Another Yes. Oh my gosh, how many times did I see these guys? Okay, this was the Talk Tour, and this was August 11th, 1994. And I went to the show, I believe it was with John, my friend John. And this was the show that I got a little bit hammered, and I went out one of the exits to have a smoke. It was back when I was smoking cigarettes. And I went out the back. I couldn't get back in because I went out the door of the stadium there, the Orlando Arena, which is not there anymore. I went out the door, went down the stairs, went all the way out down to the road, and I started walking, would be, I guess, west, down the street, and our vehicle was off to the left, but it was in a parking lot, in a parking garage. But luckily, a cop had stopped me because I was walking down into Paramore. I was walking down to an area that I didn't need to be going down into that time of night. So anyway, we'll leave that alone. So here we go, number 5. So anyway, I got my way back, but they wouldn't let me back in. I don't think I saw the end of the show. I think I just waited for John in the bar over across the street. And this was before cell phones. We probably had pagers back then. This one here, this one here was also at the Orlando Arena. And Leonard Skinner, Hard Rock Live. This is when I went there with my wife, and ZZ Top opened for the show. And we saw Leonard Skinner there at the Hard... No, that was at the arena. This is the Hard Rock. Well, okay, well, we saw Leonard Skinner at the Hard Rock. Me and my wife went, and we had a great time. I don't really remember this show. I'll have to talk to her about this one. Anyway, that's it. That's 5 shows. So we also seen ZZ Top open, or Skinner open for ZZ Top at the arena, but that one's probably in here somewhere. And that'll be down the road. I'm going to retire these 5, and that way there I don't show them again. But we got enough here to go probably till sometime in the spring. So it's a lot of shows, and there's probably over 100. So that's all I got for tonight. 25 minutes. That's a long show. Y'all be good out there. Take care. And if I don't talk to you again, I probably will, but have happy Merry Christmas, and support those troops out there. And thanks for all my new subs. I got about 4 or 5 this week, so that's good. Making baby steps. I'm on my way to 425. And once I get up there, then, I get to 450, then maybe I'll be 500 by next year. That'll be good. Get halfway to 1,000. I haven't been moving that fast in this vinyl community, but I'm moving up steadily. So I got to get back out and hit them streets tomorrow. Got to find some more records. Probably hit up a Goodwill tomorrow and see what I can find. And the box is empty now, so I got to fill it up. Got to file these away. Got to play some more stuff. So I got to go. I got lots to do. We'll talk to you later. Have a good rest of your evening. Bye for now. North Carolina Vinyl Picker out.